Worldwide.
These guys have been at it for so long, bruh. I don't even know what the real issue is. I'm keeping it real with you. I don't even know what the core problem is, man. Sometimes I look at all of this, man, and I feel like, wow, man, like hip hop and the whole game is just like high school on a big scale or college on a big scale. Slightly elevated scale, stakes are much higher, but concept is the same. Popularity contests, glass clowns, man, you know, that type of vibe. But in case you don't know what I'm talking about HoneyKomb Brazy and Finesse 2 Tymes, man. Brazy's Brazy for real. Very compelling story, man. RIP to his grandparents. My condolences to his whole family. But this guy has been in several shootouts. If you want, you can see them online. Look it up. You'll see it for yourself, man. He's been involved in a bunch of stuff that he didn't need to be involved in, if you want to be honest. And then you got Finesse 2 Tymes, man. It looks like he's willing to crash out, man, and his ongoing issues. But before we even get into that, I go by the name of Caesar, aka Mr. Sneaker Rod, and you tune in to Apparently This Happened. I appreciate one and all for locking in. Do me a super solid before we proceed. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And without any further ado, man, apparently this happened. HoneyKomb Brazy has got some words for Finesse 2 Tymes yet again. But I think this time, he's got a trick up his sleeve.
I got your contract in this. I literally got your whole contract in the stars. It's on me to do whatever I want to do while your life in my hands. I got the. I own this. I own Finesse right now. Bruh, let me call the jacket. I own this bitch. This money came from your. This came from one of your. Where Junior said this money came from? The tables have turned, big man.
And in case you guys are kind of like drawing a blank right now, these guys have been at odds with each other, man, and they're signed to the same label, I believe. I think he's still signed to the label. Well, both of them are, right? Now, the main thing is Finesse 2 Tymes feels like his contract has come to an end. He feels like there's nothing more that the label can do for him in terms of being an artist, and he's trying to spread his wings and go elsewhere so he can capitalize and, just build on his name and keep the momentum going, right? But on the flip side, I think the parent label, or I think is it Mob Ties, they're not looking at it like we're gonna let you go, because at the end of the day, maybe it's mob rules, I don't know, but I think they're trying to get their ROI. At this point, I don't think they've gotten their ROI yet. They want their money. Finesse is crying on one side. They're saying he's blown the money. They're just trying to recoup. He seems to have some information because he was at odds with Junior, J Prince Jr., like who's the person who signed Finesse at one time. But I guess they're cool now, and that's why he has this inside info. Nasty game, man. Men talking behind men's back, like conspiring, and it's crazy, man. I never thought I'd see this, from gangsters, bro. For real. No disrespect. I'm just speaking my mind. And the truth cannot ever be taken as disrespect. Facts.
Hey, Junior. Y'all been seeing me and Comb go at this shit for probably about 2 years now.
Do you see what he just said, man? These guys have been going back and forth sending subs to each other for 2 years, bro. That's like 2 whole years of 2 grown men going back and forth with each other. Who has that type of time and investment to go back and forth with somebody? That's a lot of energy, man. You might as well meet somewhere, duke it out, have a couple drinks and end it. And agree to disagree, and agree that, hey, I'm not going to talk about you anymore. You don't talk about me anymore. I go that way, you go that way, man. We're good. But nah. The whole game of content and being able to talk about each other and disrespect each other has put people in a position where they feel it's kind of profitable to do these type of things. And yeah, for the most part, people like me, and larger platforms benefit because yeah, we get something to talk about as media outlets. But is it really worth it, man? Like 2 years, bro.
Y'all ain't never tried to get me in their mind to sit down. Every record label that has the artists that I don't want to sit down with the bitch ass. Don't get it twisted.
Wow.
I don't want to sit down with the bitch ass. I don't even want to make no music with. It's old with now. She done been tried it. But every record label always try to make amends. Mob Tie is so watered down, record label so weak, that he'll sit up and let both of his artists argue.
That's another thing too. How much does the label care if they're gonna let two of the main artists that they have right now, two of the most marketable artists that they have on their roster, going back and forth to a point where it could reach a fever pitch and they start to incite violence on each other if they see each other on site, right? Because they're kind of they're kind of off balance, both of them. You get what I'm saying? No disrespect, but he'll tell you, man, he's kind of a little off, right? Brazy will tell you he's a little off. So I'm just saying, you got two artists, they're going back and forth. Now, I know it's profitable, as I just mentioned, to have this type of dynamic, but I'm just saying, if you've got any type of foresight, any type of, we don't need this to go far, let's sit these two guys down and, yet again, agree to disagree, box it out, duke it out, man, no pistols, none of that, and get it over with. But nah, he's right. I sometimes, man, you get the words, like profound words from the most unlikely sources, and he's a wise man. Brazy's a wise man too. The antics kind of overshadow that, but I know these guys are wise. If I had to sit down with them, I know I'll pick up some sort of game leaving and hopefully impart some of the same. But this is crazy. Again, 2 years of this happening, and two to be specific, right? 2 years and nobody doing anything about it. Wild.
And won't even try to calm it down. What that mean? He using it as friction. Junior need any type of anything to help Mob Ties right now. Cause I ain't. Anything I drop, yeah, they gonna recoup. They gonna make money. Yeah, they gonna, and hey, and since I can't talk to you, man, what's up, man? Shit, I know the label didn't recoup that $5.5 million back by now, man. Shit, last time I checked, man, before the last tape came out, man, they had damn near recoup. So, man, when they recoup, man, goddamn me, call me, man. Shit, let me know something, man. I don't know nothing about going on with the business, man. And that's why I won't encourage nobody. I won't tell nobody to come sign with this shit. Cause look how you doing it. Look how you doing that shit, homie.
So earlier on, I had mentioned them recouping and possibly keeping him because they want to recoup and get an ROI, right? A return on their investment. It sounds to me they got it, according to what he's saying. Unless he's got it misconstrued and they have to open up the books and really do an audit and see if he's really, recouped whatever he owes them, right? But in my opinion, I don't know, man. As a label owner, I think label owners only keep the artist on the label, especially if an artist is disgruntled or anything like that, as punishment. Because if an artist is saying they don't want to be on the label anymore, right? Why would you keep them? Unless personally or deep down inside, you don't want to lose them because you know that it's beneficial financially to keep them. Other than that, it's malicious. You have bad intentions and you want to control their destiny, and you're trying to teach them a lesson because you're kind of dangling a carrot in their face. You're keeping them in bondage. And then people end up pulling a Pooh Shiesty, man, trying to get out the contract because when all other measures fail, maybe people feel like street tactics are the only way to get out of the contract, right? But I feel him. Why would you keep an artist if the artist wants to be, like, be free? Let him go, right? You want to have a good reputation and not be seen as a person who holds people in bondage. Because what other artists would want to sign with you after this point, especially with what he's saying? It's like, nah, don't sign with them. And people are seeing it in real time and they're saying, you know what? I was about to sign with Mob Ties, but I can't do it anymore because look at how they're doing him. And at one point, man, like, like 3 years ago or so, this guy was like, yo, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when they do it. Come on. It was crazy, right? Now look at how they're treating him from our or my perspective. Just seeing us.
And for all the people who telling me to go out like Pooh Shiesty, I'm not going out like no Pooh Shiesty. No.
And please pardon me. If my breathing is, you can hear my breathing over the mic or whatever. Please pardon me, family, my community, my people. All right? Still fighting the evils. You remember that thing that was trying to infiltrate my body, man? Like, that seasonal flu type, whatever it was. It's still trying to kick my butt, man. But I've been fighting and I'm dedicated, man. And I'm being consistent. So if you hear anything, please pardon me, man. I'm no different from you. Like, all right, cool. Appreciate you, man.
34 years old. Pooh Shiesty was 24, 25. He still had a lot more learning to do. He still had a lot more growing to do, man. You can't pay me to be around no nigga who want to shoot somebody, who want to kill somebody. That's all you want to do. You don't want to get no money. You don't want to do nothing but kill people and have sex. I don't want you around me. And watch my pockets. And look at my girl. See, me, if that was me, if I wouldn't have been the one. Gangster is keeping your hand clean. Gangster is being free with your kids. Gangster, that's what I learned that gangster is. The new gangster is crashing out. And if that's the new gangster, then I'm not a gangster.
Neither am I.
You feel me? I'm not. If being a crash out is a gangster, I'm not.
Civilian.
I'm not a gangster.
It's better to be a
I'm a
civilian.
man. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a big brother. An uncle. And other shit. So, hey, Junior, I said all this to say, quit sending that mind in me. Quit just letting him come in me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can make a diss song about HoneyKomb Brazy. And get what? The diss song can go platinum. Double, triple, quadruple, diamond. And they still won't hear HoneyKomb Brazy. Bro, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Okay. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
All right.
Let's just get to the meat and potatoes of this shit.
Okay.
I'm past the sides.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk to you, trying to handle my business.
And shout out to people of All Urban Central, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. Like, let me do my thing. All right, cool. My fault. Almost forgot. But I don't know, man. I feel him though, right? I think if they collaborate, it'll work out better. But right now, trying to pit them against each other with the hopes that, the drama will, kind of convert to sales. I don't know, man. That works with people who are sensible with each other. If they start to think senselessly, I don't know, man. What happens then?
You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's just do away with this mob tie thing, man. You know what I'm saying? The next label I sign to is gonna be a real partnership deal. A real part. See, Junior manipulated me into believing that we was doing a partnership deal. The contract says that it's a partnership deal. But then the body of the contract, I'm basically an artist. So you dressed it up to where I can see it as a partnership, like you my man, you my partner, you my guy. Just like when I found out about the royalties, about you being able to quarterback my play. I ain't never said you can quarterback my play. I ain't know that. If I'd have knew you would fit a quarterback my.
What does he mean? Is he saying that in the contract, Jay Prince can or has been given the right to be able to negotiate things behind the scenes on behalf of him? I don't know, man. This contract is starting to sound like a conflict of interest, and if I was Finesse 2 times, to be quite honest, finances permitting, I'll put $100,000 on an attorney and get that attorney to get them to open up every single book and do an audit. Once they complete the audit, they have to go over the contract, man, and I bet you if there's no breach of contract, there's definitely some sort of bias within the contract. That contract sounds like a conflict of interest. You're signed to the label, and while signed to the label can make decisions on your behalf. But then what if the decisions that the label makes are not decisions that you're comfortable with? And on top of all of that, they make decisions, and whatever decision they make, you have to go with because you're incapable or you don't have the ability to be able to negotiate whatever it is. You can't even get them on the phone with no leverage, bro. If there's anything that anybody can pick up from me right now, and this is based on mistakes I've made in my life and everything, if you're gonna get into business with people, especially if you consider yourself a valuable asset, as you should, make sure that you have leverage. Very important.
Play, and I'm finna go get $500,000-$600,000. I'd have changed it. I'd have never signed with you. I'd have knew then you were full of shit. You talking about quarterback my play? We partners. We both gonna quarterback this shit. You can quarterback, I'm gonna run it back, or I can quarterback and you can run it back. You can wide receiver, kick this bitch or whatever.
Partnership.
But ain't just no you. They got the contract drew up where I can't go in there and say nothing. But it's a partnership deal. Let's see straight through this shit. Just think about it, cuz. Just think about this shit, cuz. If you a CEO of a record label, you done made millions and millions of dollars with your artists. The CEO of a real record label, he not trying to be like the artist. See, I understand the CEO's job now on a record label. I go get a bulletproof truck, Junior go get a bulletproof truck. I go get a big chain, Junior go get a big old chain. I go get an AP, Junior go get an AP. Now don't get it wrong, he been having jewelry, but it ain't been big like that. And I know this from in Houston. He been riding Rolls Royces, but it wasn't his, it was his daddy's. I turned you up. And this the things I get. This the things I get.
And that's another thing too. There's certain labels where the label owner is truly a businessman. He enjoys to see his artists flourish, and his artists flourishing means that he gets to flourish. His pockets get swole. Everybody walks away from the table, man, stomach fat. But then there's certain types of scenarios or labels where the label owner is living through the artist vicariously. There's a certain level of them looking at the artist and they're like, yo, that guy is cool. I like the way they dress. I like the way they carry themselves. I like the way they do what they do. And eventually they imitate it. They emulate it. They move like it. They talk like it. Right? And before you know it, they might even get themselves into situations, on a real level. All because they're so immersed in wanting to be like the artist and so, caught up. They make, terrible mistakes. But anyways, I feel him, man. Jay Prince has been a man through nepotism. Like, this is factual, right? We all know who his dad is, man. His dad is senior. Jay Prince senior. But I get what he's saying, man. I feel him. I feel him. But I think the more he talks, the more Junior, because I feel like Junior is an emotional type of guy. I feel the more he talks, the tighter he turns the screw. And that door that was open maybe a crack is now completely closed. The only way he can get out of this contract is if the contract had a length of time on it and he fulfills the time. Like he surpasses the time. Because right now, I don't know, man. But I would invest a lot, 100,000. Put it on a lawyer and get them to open up the books. I'm serious. Run an audit.
I turned you up. You couldn't find nobody harder than me. You ain't did it in 5 years. You still ain't. These are things I don't care. Because as you can see, I can survive without you. Atlantic. All y'all. I thought I couldn't. I thought I could call and ask for a helping hand and ask for some advice. But advice ain't even genuine. If you can't keep it real doing business, you sure can't keep it real, genuinely and personally. Especially to a young black man. I asked for support. I ain't asked for remorse. I asked you to help me learn the game. And instead of doing it, you helped me learn the game. But you helped me in a bad way. You helped me learn do the things that I never do again.
I don't know if it's industry rule 1080 or whatever it is, bro. But at the end of the day, this is how you learn. Anybody who's great, man, like majority of artists who are great, they had a doo-doo type of contract. They enter the game, they signed the worst contract. Talking about 360s now, these were 720s, man. They ain't stand a chance, man. Them TLC deals, right? You know about that, man. Label buys a car and they gift the car to you. You're crying on camera. Oh my God, I can't believe me. They love me. Meanwhile, that's coming out of your budget that you have to recoup and give back to them. And you don't even know that. Because across the board, a lot of these guys have no financial literacy, sign contracts with without the proper representation. They're not properly educated about the contract and all the intricacies within the contract that will tie them up or get them messed up. If I personally know that I'm signing, let's say hypothetically, I'm signing a $10 million deal, I am willing to get a lawyer to look over my contract and say, hey, look, I'll keep you as my guy. I'm on the come up. This is the deal. I'm looking at a $10 million deal. I need some help. You help me with this, and if it's legit, or help me negotiate this, man, you walk away with $250,000. I'll give you $250,000 or whatever. Just make sure this is right. I'll give you $100,000. Make sure this is right. They will work their butts off, and they'll make sure that is right. And they want to keep you if they have any foresight. They'll want to keep you for as long as possible. So they're gonna do the job right. And they're going to go through that thing with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that you're straight. I would rather take $100,000 loss up front, knowing that the money I get on the back end will not have any pitfalls or any, snares and traps. I'm just saying, what do you think? Isn't that a good hustle?
Like signing off loyalty. I signed off loyalty. That's all you talked about when I was locked up. The loyalty and the respect and that's what I strive off for. You knew that and you played on that.
No.
That loyalty shit out the window. When it come to business.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, ain't no loyalty in business. Let me let y'all know that. Ain't no loyalty in this shit.
No.
I rip the contract off, nigga. I get you out the contract from this. All you gotta do is get on live, shake your ass. Go live right now with the those shoe pennies on. Put your shoe pennies on, and you throw that ass on live. You're a free man for this. You're a free man today. You are a free man today, boy. All you gotta do is throw shoe drawers on and pop it like a drop it. Pop like a drop it. And boy, you're a free man.
That's kind of questionable why you want to see him popping it on camera wearing Suge's drawers, bro. Like, I'm just saying. You know? Personally, between the two of them, I prefer Finesse's music. I feel like it's more palatable. You know? HoneyKomb's music is cool, man. Don't get me twisted, but you know, Finesse's music is like, you know, and this is not even me picking sides. It's just like my preference, you know? I've been listening to Finesse way before, you know? But anyways. But yeah, it's questionable. You want to see him popping it on camera wearing Suge's drawers, bro? Huh? Yeah, we're not here to judge, man. But if Cam was around you, we all know what he was going to say. Or Mace. Can you hear it? Yeah.
You're a free man, boy. I got the whole contract in the closet. Maya, pay me Finesse contract. Give me Finesse 2-time contract right quick. Listen, I'm gonna show y'all some real shit, man. This shit so for real. I own this. Look, what I'm telling you, niggas gave me 5,000 of your money today about 5 hours ago. I was like, shit, what this for? Oh, Finesse, man, you made Junior mad in a Finesse. You better leave Junior goddamn long, boy, before you ass be on the.
This is where, and I'm not anything but a street smart dude with eyeballs, a brain, and I'm able to process stuff. So I know if you're part of my community and we're rolling together, you're with me with what I'm about to say, most likely, right? If HoneyKomb is seeing Junior talk about Finesse the way he's talking about Finesse to him, and you're saying, oh, you made Junior mad, and you're seeing how Junior reacts when he is mad, and how he reacts to anything personal, and how he uses business as a weapon to get back at a person that is signed to him because of whatever they have going on a personal level that is spilling into the business. At some point, you're going to have friction with him, and you've had friction with him in the past. But if he's doing that to that man who's actually generated millions of dollars for him, you haven't hit a level like Finesse yet, so what is he going to do to you if you fall into the same predicament? What do you think? This game is more filthy than the streets, man. Sometimes I feel like being in the hood around the snakes and all the, you know, the dope fiends and what. I'm not talking about the suburbs. I'm talking about the hood, bruh. It's better to navigate than business. Because a man in business can rob you, man. No gun, no mask. And you can't do a daggone thing. You have to go through lawyers and make phone calls, man. And if that person has got more resources than you, finances than you, what if 50 say, man, we'll go back and forth until you can't afford a Subway sandwich? Wild, right?
The road. Yeah, ain't gonna be the road. Yeah, Thanksgiving place in a minute. But boy, your money feels so good in my goddamn. I would get 5,000 right here. Listen, it's hold up. I wouldn't care if it's just 5,000 right now. Boy, your money spend good too. Oh my God, that money spinning. Lord, boy, I know how you felt when you get all that money. I know how you felt nothing there.
I think it also says somewhere in the Bible that you should never laugh at another man's misfortune. As tempting as it might be, you have ops, man, never laugh at their misfortune, because that same misfortune, God will have mercy on those people and most likely put it on you. So you gotta be careful, man. Because not long from now, we might be the next ones laughing. He just came out of prison. The last time he was laughing at Finesse, he wound up in prison, man. Sometimes I wonder if people learn.
He said, everybody then. Then they got that money said, everybody. Well, guess what? The tables have turned.
Oh yeah, because
the tables have turned, big man.
I don't know. These guys have been going back and forth for 2 years now. Hey, you know, hopefully it doesn't go too far and they can figure it out. Will they ever do songs together? Well, Finesse said, heck no. I don't know. It'll just be a cool thing for them to be on the same page, man. Because, like, we've had enough bloodshed. We've had enough people going to jail. We need the music, man. This is coming from a selfish place, man. Besides me wanting people to go back to their families and be safe and all that cool stuff, man. I'm a consumer, man. We need the music. Can't get much music when you guys are locked up. Pooh Icy was gone, man. Didn't have that type of vibe music for a little while. Yeah, I know the subject matter. Sometimes people be like, oh, man, they talk about violence and stuff. But sometimes when you just jamming and vibing and stuff like that, you know the deal, right? But anyways, man, with that being said, I go by the name of Caesar, a.k.a. Mr. Sneaker Ride, and you've been tuned in to Apparently This Happened. I appreciate one and all for locking in. Do me a super solid. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And today's word of the day is do unto others as you want them to do unto you, man. For real. You know? This situation is just showing me, like, business can be filthy. So, you know, keep your leverage. Keep your eyes open. And don't walk into business with your heart, man. Like, open up all your faculties and see things for what they are, not for what you hope for them to be. And negotiate. All right? Don't chase the number, chase the dream. I'll get up with you guys in a second. One.
Worldwide.